Congratulations. You are debt-free. You have just completed baby step 2, and you might have completed baby step 3 as well as you did your victory lap, because now that you have no more debt payments to make, you were able to build that savings in no time, because all of that money that went to those payments just went into a savings account. And now you are, where are you actually? What do you do now? This is a good question. So let's talk about it. But first, you guys, hello, it's Tina. Welcome back to my channel, where I ask you to picture what financial freedom looks like to you so we could talk about ways to get there. For those of you who are new, please subscribe so that I can grow this YouTube family. And for those of you returning, thank you so much. Please like and comment so I know if this is content you're interested in. Okay, guys. So if you're following the Dave Ramsey program, you would complete baby step 1, which would be your starter emergency fund of about $1,000. He says specifically $1,000, but you can kind of, adjust that based on what you believe your needs are. You've completed baby step 2, which is where you are gazelle intense, as he likes to call it. And you are just paying off that debt as fast as you can so that you can be free from it. Then you've got baby step 3, which is building your 3 to 6 months of emergency fund, which I've done a video on and I will link above. And after that, there are 3 more baby steps that really result in you being able to live and give like nobody else. Those 3 steps are baby step 4, which is increase your retirement savings to 15% of your income. Baby step 5, which is begin college savings. And baby step 6, which is to pay off the house early. These are really long-term goals. Retirement savings, depending on your age, is going to be, for me, it's 25-ish years out. I mean, maybe I could do some early retirement, but it's a long ways for me. College savings, my kids are probably not going to even consider college for another 8 years, so maybe 10 years before they're in college. And if you guys are following my story, you know that my house is paid off, but for most people, baby step 6 is a 7 to 15 year process. So the question becomes, when the intensity of paying off debt is gone, how do you stay motivated? I will be candid in saying that I lost motivation for a while, got a bit lackadaisical until I realized there's a few things that I can do that will keep me staying focused on my numbers, right? Because it's a numbers game, as was paying off debt. And for me, what really happened was 2 things. Number 1, calculating my net worth. And then number 2, building sort of mini goals related to that. Now, I'm going to talk about the second one first, the mini goals. The mini goals are really helpful for if you are trying to do a sprint in savings. So let's say your kid's college savings is at like $9,200. You might say, wow, I'm going to sprint and I want to get to $10,000 by the end of the year. Or let's say your car is kind of looking like it might be on its last leg. So you've decided, I'm going to save up $15,000 as fast as I can so I can get rid of this junker and upgrade. Or maybe your goal is that you want to fund a new investment account. Some of those accounts require a minimum contribution of like $3,000. I know at Vanguard, I think one of the accounts that we have has a minimum contribution of $3,000 and another one had a minimum contribution of $1,000. So maybe you do a sprint where you think, I'm going to sprint, I'm going to save up this amount of money to establish this goal. I love this idea, and it's such a great way to have that win feeling even after you've paid off debt. I mean, let's be honest. When you were paying off debt, didn't it feel so good to pay off the car? Didn't it feel so good to pay off the credit card? You know it did. This is a way of getting that emotion again, even though it's not in the form of tackling a debt you owe. It's in the form of building your wealth, which in the grand schemes feels even better. I mean, I got goosebumps just thinking about it. So that is a pretty significant tip. One of the things that you could do to help you identify what those mini goals should be, and this is a really valuable thing just to have awareness on for yourself, is to calculate your net worth. So, what exactly is the definition of net worth? Looking at a definition I found online from smallbusiness.com, in accounting, net worth is defined as assets minus liabilities. Essentially, it is a measure of what an entity is worth. For an individual, it represents the properties owned less any debt the person has. And this is absolutely right. So when you are calculating your net worth, ultimately what you want to do is you want to list out all of your assets. And your assets will be a variety of things. They could be physical assets like your vehicles. I know for myself, you guys know I got a thing for them luxury accessories. So I've got a few of those in my assets list. My husband has some coinage. That's in the assets list. And then of course we have all of the major things like the value of our home, our investment accounts, our 401k accounts, and honestly, the 529 accounts are in there too because my husband and I are the owners of those accounts, even though we really have them designated for our children as the beneficiaries. So these are the things that fall into the assets line. Then in the liabilities, you would typically include your debts, the things that you own. Now, if you have already completed baby step 2, the only thing that should be in there is your mortgage. Your mortgage will, reduce the net value or the net worth that you have in your home. So let's say your home is worth $300,000, but you owe $150,000 on it. Then the net worth of your home for you is only $150,000. So then you add to that $150,000 what your car might be worth. Let's say you have a car that's worth $5,000. You just tack that on. Now you're worth $155,000. Maybe you have $100,000 in your 401k, so now you're at $255,000. And you just consistently add that up until you've worked through all of your assets. I think that most people would be surprised to find out what their net worth is, and they will find that they actually have a higher net worth than they anticipated. And what really blows my mind is when you look at people who probably bring in a massive income and it turns out that their net worth isn't so good, possibly even negative. I know a physician who has a massive income, but also has massive student loan debt. That would be a liability that would subtract from the value that they might have in investment accounts and in their home. So some people, they might be making buku dollars, but the truth is their net worth is negative. And that scares me. It should scare you too. Just goes to show you how much we have, the mentality of I want it and I want it now, and how much we're willing to borrow in order to achieve what we want. But the bottom line is that is not you. You have now surpassed that mentality. You have completed your debt repayment, and I'm hoping that you are using the tricks of calculating your net worth and the tricks of setting mini goals to create that momentum, that sprint, that desire to win, and really evoke those emotions again. So what do you guys think about that? Have you calculated your net worth? Do you know what it is? Were you pleasantly surprised? I sure hope so, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.